Hi, I'm back. I'm Jill with Copycat Crafts by Jill, and I'm here to do a very short video on a process that I just seen on Which Craft Do You Do with Kerry, and she made fake vintage sticky tape. The twist of this one is she did it on a whole roll. And I found that super informative because I make different kinds of vintage tape or my own washi tape or whatever. And I always put it on parchment paper. And then as I shuffle things around, it gets in between papers and in a drawer somewhere. And next thing you know, I don't know where it is and I don't use it. I found the roll idea a really great idea because I think we all pretty much have one of these. I got this one at the Dollar Tree a long time ago when it was still $1. And the Dollar Tree does sell the replacement tapes because this one's out. Luckily, I kept this one and just had it sitting in there, even though I do have plenty of these. And this is what she used. She did give a little tip that it works easier if the tape you're going to put onto this roll, because you're going to use alcohol inks, and you're going to put it on here and then roll it onto this one. If you're going to do that, it's easiest if the new tape you're putting on is thinner than this plastic piece. Lo and behold, I found this in my stash. I have no idea where it came from. At first I thought, well, maybe it's double-sided and that's why it's pink. There's no markings on it. I have no clue where it came from. I think that the crafting gods just bestowed it in with all my other tapes, and it is, as you see, much thinner, which will make my process much easier for me. It is not double-sided. It seems to be just regular Scotch tape. I don't know. Hope I'm not ruining something super hard to find, but at any rate, I wanted to show you before I show you how she did it, which is how I'm going to do it. And I will link her video in the description because she does have some other tips that I'm not going to cover here that you may be interested in. But before I did that, I wanted to try it because you can do it on parchment paper. So if you're the type you don't want a whole roll, that seems ridiculous to you or whatever, you can do it on a piece of parchment, which I did. And here is my results of just two pieces. I took the wider one and did one row. Let me get this out of the way. And then I took and did one row of this thinner tape, and I think it came out really cool. I did go to Hobby Lobby and buy the alcohol inks in a 3-pack, and it is the caramel, the ginger, and the latte. I am wearing gloves, which normally I do not bother because they never fit me right, and I usually just end up gluing them, taping them, pasting them into my project. So I usually just use my regular hands, but this does seem to be quite messy, and I just wasn't sure if I wanted to spend the next week with this color on my nails and fingers. Anyway, this is how it turned out, and I did do 2 different techniques, kind of. I used a regular dauber with a brand new sponge, and I just did a twirl and a little bit of each color right on top of each other. No specific order, just a swirl, which I will redo. All 3 colors were on this, and I had the wider tape first, and I kind of dabbed it, dab, 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 dab. And the first half, I just dabbed and kept moving. The second half, I dabbed and then re-dabbed over it, and it actually has 2 different looks. The thinner one, I just took the same dauber and I went down it once. That was it. So that is the 2 looks I got by just changing the technique. Dabbing or just a clear, straight, just one fell swoop. I did notice, and maybe it's because my dauber was really filled with the ink. As you can see, it kind of ran under. You can see how it sort of ran under the tape. I'm not worried about that. I usually use a glue if I'm going to glue it down anyway. Kerry also mentioned she doesn't really know how the alcohol inks and the glue on the tape will react with each other over time. Will the alcohol inks break down the glue? We don't know. I don't care because as long as it's on this roll and I can pull it off, I usually glue it anyway for the extra hold. I really don't want my tape falling off, unless you want your tape kind of loose and falling off. That's fine. But I'm going to glue mine anyway, so I'm not really concerned if this alcohol ink kind of eats into the glue. I just not a concern, not a concern. So I also put it on parchment paper. This is a piece of parchment paper from the Dollar Tree, and I purposely put it like that so I can cover it. So either technique works. If you're the type you don't use too much of it, you just want to try it, do it on parchment paper, see what you think. Maybe you do want to just try a little bit, a couple pieces, see how the glue holds on the back. That's fine. Just wanted to show you what it looked like before I get started, because I think it's going to be hard to see what it looks like once you start it on here. I may be sorry that I put my gloves on prematurely here. When she did hers, she put that aside and she did it with her 2 hands like this, and that's how I'm going to do it, because I was trying to figure out how to do it like this. It doesn't work. You do need to do it like this, and you're just putting your replacement tape in the center as much as you can. Clear on clear on clear here is not my greatest, and I'm just gonna do a couple little inch or so just to get it tacked down and started. So I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing. Then I'm just going to lay that down for now. I'm going to get my dauber, and I am going to reapply some of the alcohol ink. I'm going to try not to overdo it. Famous last words. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. Just put a couple dots on there. Close it up. This is the first time I've ever had alcohol inks. I've wanted them for a while. They're a little bit on the expensive side. I looked up videos on how to make it yourself, and to be honest, I don't know. Sometimes it's just easier to buy it, right? So I'm just gonna put a couple drops of each color, let them mix themselves, just like Kerry did. Then she just took the dauber and daubed it on the tape. You could do the one strip, you can daub. I think I'm just going to daub. Okay, here's the, then she rolled it. Try to roll it straight. You don't have to do the whole roll though. Like Kerry said, you honestly can just do, you know, a couple feet or so, and that way you still have it on hand when you want it, but you don't have a whole entire roll, which would probably last a lifetime. Hope I'm in frame, and I hope I'm gonna just shift over a little bit so that depending on how my lighting is, I'm not blinding anyone. I'd kind of also like to try this with the matte tape. It's almost frosted, and a lot of people use it for presents because it's not shiny, and I'd like to try it with that, but I didn't have any of that on hand. Not easily grabbable. I should do it like she did it, but because it does keep it. And I really get it in there, the more the merrier. I like grunge. And you just keep rolling it on itself. She didn't wait for it to dry. I'm not waiting for it to dry. Again, I'm not super concerned about the glue underneath. I just want it for junk journals and folios, and I like it grungy, and I will use glue anyway. So you can see how yellow. I do think you could get different colors of the alcohol ink and perhaps make grungy looking, you know, blues and red if you wanted. I like just the traditional basement feel, attic feel, let's say. But I thought this was really a good idea, because then it can sit on my desk ready to be used. I'm just going to put a little bit more, a couple drops more. The whole thing can sit right on my desk, and I can grab it instead of suddenly having the idea hit, and then I'd have to go searching. And I don't normally lose too much, but you know, to be honest, there's just once in a while, especially when it's just a sheet of parchment, that you slide it somewhere, and next thing you know, you're sitting a digital, papers over it, and gets put away, and you find it 4 years later, which is always a happy surprise, but didn't help when I wanted it. So I do like mine really grungy. Perhaps I should, when it's that wet, just give it a second or two. And again, you could just do a couple feet of this just like this. You could end it there and say, now I have, you know, a foot, 18 inches, 2 feet of this tape. I don't need much more than that, and end it there. I'm gonna keep going, so I'm just gonna put this to the side. She did a whole roll. She did say that she you know, it took her about a half hour to do the whole roll. I don't know how big or small her roll was. I know for me it would probably take way more than that. I don't know how big this roll is, but sometimes I get into just brainless, thoughtless, some sort of just, while I'm sitting listening to a narration of a story, or watching other crafting videos, which, by the way, I haven't been doing. So all my normal, for the most part, all the people I normally watch, I just had to step away for a while. I still feel as though I need to just sort of step away, but I did want to share this. There are a couple others I want to share. I'm not doing any projects right now. I'm not working on anything. I'm like just doing this mindless. I don't know. It's just where I'm at right now. So no one's missing anything. Not doing anything behind the scenes. Sort of taking a break from it, but I didn't want to disappear totally. I didn't want to lose any traction I had gotten over the last couple months with followers, because I really do appreciate all the support and the wonderful, beautiful comments and all the beautiful, sweet YouTube friends I've made over this journey. But right now, for whatever reason, I've just, I don't know, overwhelmed myself or something, needed to walk away, and still sort of feel the need to not start anything right now. You know, if you watch my videos, you know that I don't, you know, make any money from my videos. I'm not monetized. I don't have affiliates, or I don't earn any money. Any products that I link is strictly to help you maybe find a cheaper price or something like that, because I'm not affiliated with anyone or anything. So I end up, you know, just trying to help and give products I found that I like, and then hopefully at a better price than what some people can find. So this is what would be all over my hands from this process. I had way less trouble with the gloves than I thought, so this will be a gloved item from a gloved project. But as you can see, you could actually stop there. It goes in. You just grab the tape when you need it. But I'm going to keep going, so I'm not going to cut that. I just wanted to show this to you. And again, if you're not ready to commit a whole roll or half a roll, by all means, grab a couple different widths and put it on parchment paper. I really can't wait to use this tape. So thank you, Kerry from Witchcraft Do You Do. Genius idea, especially for the roll. And I'm so happy you tried it first. All right. That was it. If you have any questions, you know where to ask in the comments, of course. I always get back to everyone as long as I see the comment, find the comment. And, oh, okay, well, let's see. If there's anything else, I will put Kerry's video below. And you don't need to know where the tape was because it's all from the Dollar Tree. However, you will have to either order, or if you don't have, the alcohol inks. But I'm kind of betting most of you do, so. All right. I'll stop babbling. Good luck. Stay creative. And hugs.